Ah, yes, Golden Week. I know a lot of people like to see it as a bad thing because no chapters. They want more chapters. But we still got anime episodes for whatever series that people follows. Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and so on. For me, I feel like it's a great time to take a vacation and have a good time of myself with doing other things and catching up on other stuff as well as anime itself. So hey, it's not so bad, at least in my opinion. This is episode 69 of Sparta's World Podcast. Your host, Sparta 3G. I'm here to tell you what's going to happen with this channel. Now that I hit over 100 subscribers, out of nowhere to be honest, and well, I kind of wanted to do this for a while, but I was waiting for a time where I need a break, and it seems like we finally got that time. Not only that, I did do a lot of catching up, as well as catching up to spring anime. Unfortunately for me, I realized all of them are sequels, season 2, whatever you want to call them. Pretty much the continuation. I'm planning to see a lot of previous one, or even their former spin-off, not the spin-off version. Some of them are spin-off, like I think is it wrong for that dungeon, whatever that long name. It's a statement, for crying out loud. A question for a title. But seriously, that may have to, I may have to catch up on that. I am catching up on another series, but it has 6 seasons. I think you should try to figure it out on your own what exactly I'm talking about. But now here, I'm actually taking a break, not just from anime or manga, but in fact, just taking a break in general, because I'm actually at home. I have been resting in my body. I have been resting up a lot of things, catching up a lot of things, cleaning up a lot of parts in this room, the office, I like to call it, because it seems like an office space, this room. I mean, you don't see anime and manga that you usually see from a lot of people. Nothing wrong with that kind of design. I mean, fine. If you like it to have a lot of posters, if you like to have a hug pillow of an anime character, be my guest. That's just not me. But in this office, see, I'm already calling it. This room is pretty much like an office because I have the phone here, I have the router, the modem, all the crazy stuff in here. You kind of see a glance when you look at the Sparta's domain, but you only see a big monitor that's shut off because I don't know what other design would I like to put in the background. But yeah, that's the case. What I'm saying is that I'm taking a vacation this week. I'm actually doing much better. My mental, my body, my state, everything is actually better. And I thought it's a perfect time because I could actually catch a break. I don't need to worry about uploading a video or anything to post in terms of reviews because they can't take my time away. I mean, you had to be thoughtful. You had to think a lot of criticism and a lot of things that really captivated you. Like such as like, oh, twist is so wonderful. That twist is crazy. It's whatever. Now I finally got the time to take a break, and thankfully for Golden Week. Not to say I could live without a chapter, but I do wanted to read the next chapter of whatever series that has been hyped. So that's not really that bad. So now I passed 100 subscribers. God knows why. But I'm happy to actually surpass that milestone. Yeah, it's just a small milestone, 100. I know a lot of people is like, but this guy hit 100,000, 1 million even. Yeah, that's great for them. I mean, I'm happy for them too. For me, I feel like it's still a monumental thing because I actually predicted a long time ago that I may never hit that number. Mainly because this kind of channel, this kind of routine, this kind of content that people sees is actually one of those things that you already see so many times. It's kind of like opening up a store of one specific thing. And there's so many of them. It's going to be hard to compete. And I'm not trying to compete with anybody that's already been known in the anime and manga universe. I call it a universe. But I just wanted to share the content. I just wanted to express my opinions. I wanted to share that opinion. I wanted to have a discussion. Yeah, and you could go to the discussion board for that. I understand that. But it would be fun to try to do it in the realm of YouTube. And I know YouTube has been going a little bit strange, especially with the so-called, I don't know, I think this has to do with the ad revenue. It's been a little bit wonky for the people. I think they fixed. I'm not sure. But I'm not part of that victim since I don't even use ads. Not at the time being. I mean, it would be nice if I probably earn something, but I'm not gonna ask for that much. I'm not even asking that at this time because I'm still relatively new with this whole YouTube channel. I'm still, rookie at this, even with over 100. No, not even over 250 videos. It's not. I'm not that in position. Plus, I'm good. I'm good with my other tasks. The shop, the whole working in the office, working as a this jobs. I actually got like kind of like two jobs in a way. Not maybe not really, but point is, I'm fine what I'm doing right now. And yes, again, I could have stopped this channel, but I didn't because I feel like I should just try to keep up my spirit up and just try to see if I could get any audience to like my content and like the discussion I brought up. And I know there are people that likes to brag about their content. I'm not a person that likes to brag. I mean, if you don't like my content, be my guest. If you like the content, that's good. It's an audience for anybody. And I know a lot of people probably wants like somebody to be a huge jokester. I'm not much of a joking guy, even though I do insert joke. It's not the best I can bring up. So it just come out of nowhere. At times when I do the recording, I'm thinking like, maybe I should say this joke out of nowhere because it just happens out of spite. It didn't happen because it's like, oh, look, this is written in the script. I should make that joke. Let me actually say this and see if I could get a laugh or two. It's really not. Even in the pre-intro, the prelude segment, I actually come up on the spot at times. And sometimes it's just like, it never comes to my vision. Like, for example, I believe it was Tokyo Ghoul Re Chapter 121 review. I was sick at that time. And it sucked because I didn't want it to be sick. I actually really wanted to bring out the best of me. But you could tell I was sick. And you could tell I was struggling. I was struggling during the part when I was heavily praising Ishida for having the idea of bringing back this one character. So, I was struggling. Like, you hear like, Ishida, it was like, yeah, like that. Something that's like, man, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, well, I can't do anything better. And then I was struggling with other reviews with Gintama, Kingdom. It was like, you could tell at certain moments, you could hear my voice just choking out or giving out. It sounded so bad, but I had to do it because I have this mentality of the show must go on. So, but if I get really sick, I will stop myself. But I wasn't that sick, but I was sick. And I tried my best. I apologize if I should have perhaps waited a little longer to put out the review. And, sometimes people will lose their audience. And I kind of have that mentality as well, where I don't want it to hold up too long, and then I would lose the audience, and then I would probably not get them back, or I probably have lost my opportunity. Now, it can be said that what I'm doing for Tokyo Ghoul Red recently is what helped me in the long run, despite how sick I was. So it feels like I came in the right time to do that intro, came in the right time to, give it the best I can, despite my at that time condition. But hey, I'm grateful to get over 100 subscribers. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know how I got it, but whatever. You know what? The most important thing is I passed that milestone, and I'm happy for not just myself, but for a lot of you guys to continue to support me and to continue to get behind me with these new content. And I don't know. I wanted to do my best. I want to continue to do my best. You gotta remember one thing. I have a job already. It's my schedule is not exactly flexible. I mean, I'm making the best I can. Right now, it's better because I actually could come up with the content more recent than not. I have too much of a priority list, which actually does hinder me a lot, especially if it's like I have this mentality of like I must do this first in order to do the new content, or I must do this. It's strange of me, and I don't even know how I adapt that mentality, but it's just the way I am. But I'm going to fix myself and do the best I can to actually get the focus straight, and rather than like neglect one thing and ultimately cost me a lot, which I don't want it to happen. It's not like I'm ignoring my real life problems. I don't have real life problems at this moment, but it's like you got to keep it up with other things. You got to keep it up with your work tasks. You got to keep it up with your channel if you really wanted to continue to show that you are still behind them, you're still with them. You know, I guess it became a challenge, which I don't want it to become. Which I don't want to be a challenge. I don't want it to be a chore. Like, for example, when I was watching so many anime seasonal series, like a lot of winter one, I try not to make it into a chore. I'm not trying to make it into a work. I'm trying to make it into my hobby. I mean, it kept that way. Thankfully, I don't want to be like, well, let's see, this one is like, okay, I'm gonna watch this because I probably wanted to have bragging rights. I mean, even the bad ones, that's when I'm actually like bored or more like really curious. Sometimes it's more of really curiosity that really got me watching this anime. Like, I will tell you which one is actually bad or which one is actually something else. Like, you know, we got this anime called Handshakers. I actually watched all of that because I was curious, is it really that bad? It is, in a certain extent. I'll probably explain that one day in the future. But yeah, those curiosity does get to me. And then you go to another anime, you're really curious about this and that. This time around, I'm more focused. So at least I will have a better scheduling, I guess you could say. And yeah, I try not to distract myself with something really off. But here I am in a vacation and taking a good break, relaxation. It feels good to be home. You know what they say, home sweet home. I'm happy right now. I'm actually pretty satisfied with what I'm doing right now. I haven't keep it up in the Twitter or Tumblr or anywhere else. I have done the podcast, which is fun, which is really fun with Lucky Cheese 7. You can check it out. I'll put the link below. It's with Tokyo Ghoul Red. We did 2 episodes so far, and I'm really... I feel so alive when it comes to discussing anime or manga or anything in general. But in this case, it's with the manga. But I feel so alive, and I was happy that Lucky Cheek brought this idea. It's such a simple idea, yet it can be so captivating. And what he done, it's the first time for him. He's still new to this, but to me, I feel like he does much better job than I do. So that's a huge plus. But I am thankful for him to invite me, and it probably won't be the last. It won't be. It will probably be a routine thing. No, it won't keep me away. In fact, it actually makes me more alive. It actually gives me more hobby to do, not a job, a hobby, and I'm really happy to get some invite of that. So with this channel itself, well, now I'm taking a week break. There's going to be an update to this channel. In more of a content-wise, not like, oh, look at this have a new picture or that or this and that. It's going to be new stuff starting next week. Just in general of me. It's going to be a lot of new things. I'm going to try to have a new intro. Here's the honest, well, actually, I will get to that soon. I'm going to try a new intro. And right now, my thought process is like really trying to get the best, like, not the best, because you could always replace it. It's nothing is permanent. I mean, unless you really, really love it and you feel like you can never top it, then I guess it could be permanent. But to many people, nothing is permanent when it comes to introduction, when it comes to visual presentation. It's like you could always go beyond that. You could always improve. You could always make it look much better, and you could always satisfy yourself even more so than ever. With the new intro, I'm still kind of working on it. It's not going to be too long. It probably use the same song, to be honest with you. And I feel like, because I feel like if I'm going to use a different song, it might be used for another thing, which I'll get to that soon. But, you know, right now I'm just going to keep it simple. I just want to have no black background because it's just plain. I kind of want to be a little stylish. Not too stylish, but a little stylish. Just to give out the sense of a little bit more creativity, even though it's very basic, but at least it shows a little more effort than I usually have. But that was when that was when I was in the starting point. So now I'm going to actually put more effort in some form of way. There will be more reviews for another series. and more likely a monthly series. It kind of gives you away what you think I might gonna to do, but that's not going to happen next month. It might happen the month after that. It won't be just that series, but it will probably be like 2 more series. Because realistically, I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick up another weekly anime manga series because they're kind of hard work. And yeah, Fairy Tail and Gintama are ending soon. It seems like Fairy Tail is ending first, which is kind of funny when you really think about it, comparing to Gintama. But Fairy Tail is ending soon. And then with Gintama ending, it's like it's less work and it's less hassle. Especially if I wanted to bring out more other content, which is why I am going to technically replace them. So that way, at least you guys have more things to look forward to. Now, it's not to say I don't want to read. I don't want to read or watch new series or put out more content. I will get to that very soon as well. But regardless, in terms of video review content, you may start to see the monthly series very soon. And at least they're coming in a monthly basis. So it's actually more flexible on my scheduling and that's good for me. So here's a new thing that I'm going to bring up. It took me a long time to discuss because I have this thing called Sparta's Lounge, which is pretty much a discussion board, or more like a discussion board. You get the first impression, final thoughts, and like the second impression never happened, but it could happen one day. But I will get to that soon. What I'm going to bring now is this new thing called discussion. Just straight up discussion. Now, I've seen a lot of people like to discuss. It could be very short. It could be very long, like 30 minutes long. It could be short, like 5 minutes tops, or just barely 6 minutes. I've seen a lot of people has done that. Me, here's the thing. When I do the review, I wanted to stick to the review. As in, like, what I see in the content, I'll give you a small input and I give you a small analysis, but I never go far as deep as like to have a good discussion for the 30 minutes, because I know there are people that talks for 30 minutes and that's fine, but I think the point is review should be sticking to the core of reviewing the chapter, like what makes it great, what is flawed, what makes it strong, what makes it powerful, what makes it very weak. It has to be that kind of criticism. And that's where I come in. I mean, I'm not the only guy, of course not. But that's where my job for review of series and a chapter, that's where I come in. I don't really want to talk about too much. I would love to, but I think a lot of people don't have that much time. Because I have done that before, and I feel like a lot of people are drift out from it. And I feel like I'm losing focus of the purpose, of the premise of the review. So I keep it that way. Now with discussion, it could be just 1-2 topics in one sitting. That's what I wanted to bring out. I want to bring out the concept of discussion. The first one is going to happen really soon, this week. And it's going to be with Tokyo Ghoul Red, because so many content has been happening. Now with the next one could be Kingdom. And then the other time it might be more of Tokyo Ghoul Red. It could be a different series. It sucks I cannot really do it with Gintama and Fairy Tail, because they're both ending. They're both coming to an end. Unless I can find a way to discuss before it happened. Now, even though I could still talk about them in the Sparta's Lounge, I'm just saying when it comes to discussing about the series, the content itself, that I cannot do anymore. Well, very soon anymore. So review sticks to the review style. Now discussion, it will be like whatever topics I bring out. This one, I have to admit, the first one that's coming out is going to be long. I hope it's not too long, like over 20 minutes long. If it is, I probably have to find a way to cut down the content. But it's because I wanted to discuss so much depth, and I wanted to bring out so many evidence, and as well as to do this. That's my trouble right now. It's the limitation of my depth. How far can I talk? How long can I talk? How much stuff can I bring? And that's what's stopping me at times. Which is why you see the reviews for Tokyo Ghoul Red tends to be longer than the other ones, because there is so many content. It tends to be like 2 chapters in one at times. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. I'm just saying that when it happens, it takes me a long time. So when you like with Fairy Tail, the content is actually small recently, so you could actually brush that in 5 minutes. With Tokyo Ghoul, it'd be like 10. If you don't know how to craft yourself, it'll be longer. So yeah, but discussion, that's the new thing I'm going to bring up. I guess the series that's gonna have that often would be My Hero Academia, Kingdom, and Tokyo Ghoul Red. I might bring up from other series, the one that I don't do review, but I might bring it up. I might do the one based on the monthly series as well. I can't say that one because I've heard that one is in the final arc. So timing is not exactly on my side. Now, Sparta's Lounge, there is going to be more. There's going to be more first impression. There are 3 series that come in my mind that I wanted to talk about first impression. It's coming out soon. I can't tell you when exactly, but they're coming in soon because I have been focusing on the anime side. I'm going back on the manga side really soon, and then that's where I'll bring up the Sparta's Lounge, the first impression. Now, as for the lounge itself, there's actually going to be more discussion. I planning to do one by the time around middle of May. I'm planning to do one discussion to show you that it won't be just exactly first impression, last thought. It can be other discussion. It'd be like, think it's like the editorial note from Nostalgia Critic. If you ever watch his stuff, the editorial note is pretty much what I was influenced at, because that's what it pretty much is. It's not just the first impression or final thoughts, but like talk about like why people like this thing, why people find this a masterpiece, why this, why that. That's how I feel. That's my approach with Sparta Lounge, and it's gonna, if the first impression doesn't come first, whatever that's coming in mid-May will be the one that's coming. Sparta's Domain, that's pretty much my collection, what I bought recently, whatever. That's coming out very soon, the newest one. I was going to do it earlier, but I got pretty hectic on the scheduling part. But now I'm free and I'm home right now. I can actually do it in probably today, probably the end of today. I don't know. You never know. We'll see what happens. I'm recording this on Wednesday of April 26th. Wow. We're already at the near end of the month. Well, actually, we are near at the end of the month, but we almost beginning of May. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, yeah, Sparta's Domain is pretty much what you think it is. It's pretty much showing my collection. New ones are coming out. This one is more theme-like, so you're going to see a majority of one series that's going to be heavily focused. You could tell from the title. Whatever the title, I'm gonna give it away. You're gonna see it, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I already know what's this stuff main focus. Even though I will still show you the other content, I'm just letting you know when you see that, you get the idea, the theme of the video. The podcast schedule. Okay, you may notice I used to say it's a bi-weekly thing, bi-monthly thing, whatever, bi-weekly thing. I'm going to change that and just to be like, it could come and go. Like, it could happen anytime. It's not schedule based anymore. Because sometimes you can't really talk about too much on the content wise. So this one, I'm actually going to say whatever it goes. Whatever happens, it happens. And like, okay, well, I should talk about this and that. And, you know, again, the podcast is meant to be like a vlog style. So, well, vlog, it can be a vlog since you don't even see my face. But yeah, that's the approach I always have with the podcast thing, and I guess it will remain that way. And I'll probably start bringing just more of with Lucky Cheese 7, because I see myself having more fun time when it comes to mano y mano or having a group discussion, more than 2 people. So I'll probably start having more of that with him. But it's no schedule based. There's no guarantee when is the next one will happen. It's up to me when I feel like that should happen next. It's more fun that way. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up I failed to deliver the promises of bi-weekly podcasting. I'm just going to call it like, it could happen anytime. So I probably would let you know in the Twitter though. Like, I would just let you know, hey guys, there's a new podcast coming up in like 4 days, 3 days. Will I ever do live? Perhaps. Not now. I will probably do live one day. just to see the group chat, because it's kind of it looks fun when you do the video and then you see the group chat at the same time, and then you could sometimes answer their questions or you could just talk to them. I probably would do that one day. Maybe I would do it when I feel more courage, depending on the subscribers, the view, the activity. The more important thing is the activity. If I see more of that, then I probably would go for it. I'll let you guys know about that. But for now, let's keep it simple as a recorded podcast just being posted on my YouTube channel, and that's the end of it. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this update is I wanted to give you more of a connection by posting that my Twitter account. I have a Twitter account for a while. I've rebranded, I guess you could say, when I decided to do the YouTube channel thing. And now I wanted to let you know that my Twitter is going to be more active than usual, especially that I'm actually going to post my anime thoughts on the episodes, whatever. They're going to be quick, especially the fact that there's a limitation of 300 characters, I think. I will post it there. I will keep you up to date about the channel, the review. Like, this one is coming up today, this one's coming out tomorrow, this new video content is happening. I'll probably you're gonna see other things as well. Like, you probably see me talk about wrestling or all that other jazz. You probably won't see anything I'm talking about my life, because I keep that private. That's the way I am. But when you want to follow me on the manga, the anime thoughts, follow me on Twitter, because I advise you that we could, you could keep it up. You could understand what anime I'm following, what series I'm following. You could provide any tips, suggestion, anything. If you want to have a chat, let's have a chat. I don't mind having a chat as well. I'm free for a lot of things on Twitter. I advise you to follow me. If you don't have Twitter, I guess you could try to follow me by bookmark. But you could just follow me from there. And if you don't have Twitter, in a way, you could use Tumblr. Now, Tumblr, what I'm going to use for Tumblr is just more of a longer post that I cannot do over Twitter, because the character limitation. Tumblr is like a blog itself. So with Tumblr, I have been actually writing manga reviews for something that I haven't posted in a video content, such as Seven Hero, wow. Such as Seven Deadly Sins, or Nanatsu no Taizai, and Shokugeki no Soma. Those are the two series you don't hear me talking about in the YouTube, but you read over my Tumblr page. I bring more discussion over the Tumblr page. Of course, I'm going to reblog something that's interesting. I think you should be fascinated by it. And, if you want to have a chat there too, we could do the chat there. You could ask me questions. That place, you could ask me a lot of questions. I have been answering so many of them. I probably should share the questions and answers over Twitter as well. So I'll probably just connect the two. So if you follow me on Twitter, and if you want to read my manga reviews, I will link them, and then you will see it, and you could click there. You don't need to be a member to read my stuff. At least, if to my knowledge, I think that's the case. It should be the case. So if it is the case, then you'll be okay. You could read those, and you could still try to chat me over Twitter or Tumblr, whatever you like to go with. And lastly, I wanted to let you know that I have my anime list profile for a long time, but I rarely update it. But now I should just actually keep it up to date. I wanted to use it only for the sake of keeping track of anime and manga. And I want people to see which one they could actually suggest me, which anime to go for, which manga to go for. Not everything is up to date. Like, sometimes I forgot which series that I'm going, oh yeah, I read that series. Oh yeah, I watched that series. So but still for you to suggest me a series, so I could be like, oh, I never read that or watched that. So I wanted to let you know that my anime list profile is pretty much Sparta 3G. Simple as that. I'm going to update it more often than not. I'm going to update it very soon. And I wanted to do this because I want you guys to keep on track on what series I'm up to date, which series I'm decided to read, which series I decided to watch, and that way you could be like, okay, he read the chapter, that's cool. I'm happy for this guy. I want to discuss him. You know, you wanted to be very up to date with a lot of things, and this is my way to do so. So with Twitter, I want you to keep up to date on the channel or what the content is coming out or not. You want to have a chat? Be my guest. You want to see what my thoughts on these episodes for Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and so on, and what that I decided to watch because there's a lot of season notes, season 2, season 3, whatever. There's a lot of them. I'm going to try my best to catch up on a lot of them. Tumblr, if you want to see more of the reviews of the manga, maybe the anime one day, discussions, like somebody will ask me questions. If you want to ask me a question, go for it. You want to have a chat? Let's have a good talk. My Hero. I don't know why it's with My Hero Academia. Probably because of the last episode. Well, not the 4th one, but the 3rd episode. That was so good. But anyway, get back to this. My anime list is the way to keep me on track. You won't see me grading. I'm not good at that, honestly. But if you're curious what I think about this anime or manga, ask. Just ask through Twitter, Tumblr. If you have my anime list, you can ask me from there too. That's all going to be up to date, and that's going to be a routine thing starting next week. So whatever you see me, you know, feel free to chat. I may be a ghost right now, but that's only because I wanted to take a break from social media, from anime, manga, other things, because I wanted to relax. I wanted to do a lot of other things. I mean, it's not like I don't do them ever because I'm so 24/7 anime. That's not me. That's not me. People have a lot of hobbies to work on, a lot of things to do with. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm pretty much a normal guy. I'm not solely focused on one thing. I'm a normal guy as you could get. And that's it. That's really what I wanted to address. So, YouTube channel. With the new content, like the new Sparta's Domain, the new discussion thing that we're going to talk about, maybe the new intro might be next week. So, I don't know. I'm working on that. But the discussion, the Sparta Domain, coming in this week, actually. It's coming in this week. And I probably will do an intro video, an intro to my channel. Now that I have more subscribers, I want people to keep up to date. Like, what is this video gonna come out? What is what this channel is going to bring? Something, you know, like what I want people to know what I do, what I always gonna bring in the content wise. That I can't guarantee it will always stay like that forever, but for as of now, that's my target or area. Of course, there's going to be more other content. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll talk about best anime again for this year or so far, whatever. That still could happen. In fact, I almost wanted to think about what's the top 3 best and worst anime of winter 2017. I almost wanted to do that, but I feel like I'm too late on that game. So maybe I'll do it for spring. I'll see what I can do. Other than that, that's it. I'm just going to relax back. I'm just going to rest up. I'm just going to hang out, you know, with my family, my friends. Well, she's busy at home. I think you girls would know what I'm trying to say, but let's leave it blank. That's all I can say. So she's busy on that. She's doing fine. I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to see what's going on outside world. All right, so that will do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.